Dear little Justine, this winter felt like stepping into the kind of store we always dreamed of. The kind with chilly air, twinkling lights, and a girl falling in love with her life. Florence at Christmas was nothing like the lonely days when we first arrived. The skies were still gray and the cold still crept into our bones, but this time we had people. People who made it feel like home. We had brunches that lasted longer than a Netflix binge session. It felt special because we finally felt like we belonged. Winter in Rome was a whole new world, a plot twist that we didn't see coming. The city swapped its unbearable heat for crisp air, and a holiday magic that could make even the grumpiest Roman cracker smile. The streets buzzed with more travelers than usual, and that's saying a lot, yet everything felt softer, slower, as if the city was pausing to breathe. Valley and Ned came to see me graduate from our masters, and the pride in their eyes almost made up for all the endless battles with bureaucracy. That day, standing there with them, I felt like everything we faced had been worth it. Rome, once overwhelming, became familiar and comforting, a place full of memories and people that will carry forever. But I couldn't shake the nostalgia. The city felt like a mirror reflecting all the ways we grew this year. Through the heartbreak, the joy, and those memories of quiet triumph, it gave me everything, but it also reminded me that the people who made this place feel like mine wouldn't be part of my everyday life anymore. And somehow that made it even more special. And then New Year's and Christmas in Portugal. Somehow it felt like the warmest winter of all. Lisbon glowed in its own way. Hills dripped in light, streets humming with quiet energy, and a sense of calm that was almost tangible. Sharing it all with my parents and Adriana and two of my dearest friends I've made in Italy made it even more special, like a moment suspended in time. Spending nights sipping on espresso martinis, music flowing on a Lisbon rooftop, and a lovely view with the city's unique rhythm wrapping around us, just like the coastal towns that we drove to, felt like a breath of fresh air. The ocean stretching endlessly before us, its waves crashing against the cliffs in a steady, soothing rhythm. There was something about standing on the edge of that vastness that made everything else feel lighter, simpler. Portugal gave us space to pause, to reflect, and to feel a quiet kind of joy that's hard to put into words. Now, little Justine, we're here, at the edge of our next chapter, New York frickin' City, the place we've been dreaming of since we were little girls pretending to be Carrie Bradshaw with a wildly inaccurate understanding of rent prices. Funny how things change though. Wisely, we're no longer dreaming of being Carrie. These days it's Charlotte who feels like the goal. Grounded, hopeful, quietly building a life full of love, art, and stability. Oh, how the times have changed. And I'm so glad they have. Moving to New York feels so real, like a pinch me moment, but also a full circle one. It's the kind of city that makes you, us, feel like we're special and insignificant all at once. And isn't that kind of the point? It's where you get to be whoever you want without anyone batting an eye because, let's face it, they're too busy worrying about their own lives. For the first time, there's no game plan, no 10-step process, no carefully laid out map, and honestly, I think that's the best part. We're following our gut, trusting that all the work, dreams, and late-night pep talks in front of the mirror have led here for a reason. I have no doubt that New York will test us. It'll knock us down, make us cry on a subway platform, and force us to learn the exact price of a bagel with cream cheese. But it'll also remind us that we're scrappy, resilient, and braver than we ever gave ourselves credit for. So, here's to this winter and everything that gave us. Italy, Portugal, and the sparkle of New York on the horizon. Life isn't perfect, and it isn't organized, but it's ours. That's what makes it magical. Love, Justine.